So it's December 14th, and we are recording the season finale for the end of December, and we're doing it now because Jer has to leave town for Christmas. So we're doing it in sort of a strange order, where typically a rapper and their producer will work on the music and figure out what the hook and the beat will sound like, and then the rapper will record the raps, and then the producer will make it all sound awesome. We're not doing the first step, we're just recording it to a click track of the right tempo, which is 95 if you're interested, and then we're going to give it to Bradley and be like, make us sound amazing. So, but we have confidence in Bradley, so we're cool with that.
Yeah, on a longer time scale, we would probably, try and do a little bit of back and forth, but at this point,
when you consider that the original song, the Loading Ready Rap, said,
and we'll use this rap to take it back to 2013.
Technically, we knew this was coming for 10 years.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So, we maybe could have planned slightly more in advance. But to be fair, we were thinking about this before Desert Bus. Being like, I want to do a rap because we said 2013. And this is literally the last weekly update in 2013. Morgan's not around because he's in Vancouver at a real job, like an adult. And he wasn't able to be back for this. But we do invoke his name, so yeah, happy about that. It's okay, you can come through.
We're basically rappers on the comeback trail here, and comeback albums, you've got to come out super serious and talk about how hip-hop is dying and you're back to bring things back to how they were. So we're sort of taking that concept and mixing it a little bit with the video game industry, and we're sort of at the tail end / beginning of console cycles. So things have gotten a little bit stagnant with the current generation of consoles, or I guess the previous generation now, and we've got a new generation coming in to mix things up. So that's sort of thematically where we're at.
I have no snare. I have no snare in my headphones. This used to be a recording studio.
Really?
Like years ago. Like the walls are extra fucking thick, which is really annoying for running cords through.
Yeah.
Because they have like a layer of soundproofing.
Interesting.
Which is also why when there's people in both these offices, if someone in that office yells, we can hear them. But if we try and yell back, they cannot hear us even when these doors are open.
Really?
Yeah, the sound in here is just dead.
Huh.
Yeah. It's weird.
Kind of amazing.
Yeah.
We're trying a bit more of a actual rap sound with this song as well, as opposed to the straight up Beastie Boys parodies that we've done in the past. Possibly a dangerous game to play, but I don't know, could be interesting.
This is also the first time that we've done, I think, any 64K song where everyone involved has written their own lyrics. Like before, it's either like Jer would write them all and we would contribute, or I would write them all and we would contribute. But for this one, Jer's rhymes is his and mine's is mine.
Oh, snap!
The GarageBand file is in the key of C major.
It's just a click track, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a generic club beat. It goes boom, boom, and I'm sure that the actual thing will not sound like that.
I actually just wrote two.
That's fantastic.
Thank you.
That's a really good verse.
I'm mostly a big fan of It's a Hard G, just like me.
Okay.
I'm so hot. Babies being how people online are discussing their console preferences. The joke about liking my soup fresher is that Joel McHale also hosts a show called The Soup. Full disclosure, I have not played Knack or Ghosts, two games I'm about to claim that I have. That I'm good at.
I also claim that I have superior skill at a lot of things that we have never done, or that we have superior skill at a lot of things that we have never done. So,
yeah, maybe we're not the first internet rappers, but I feel like we've got to be up there.
Yeah.
2003, pre-YouTube.
Yeah.
I mean to brag, and I mean to boast. You know I got a knack for breaking off some ghosts. Greatness is waiting, and I answer the call of duty, and above all, I'm ready to brawl. 'Cause everyone is looking at me, saying whatever. No, I shouldn't actually.
Punctuate.
One more joke explanation. In My Name Is, Eminem's first single, he does the line of, and Dr. Dre said, Slim Shady, you a basshead. You know, that whole sort of exchange. And then in his next lead single, he said, and Dr. Dre said, nothing, you idiots, Dr. Dre's dead. He's locked in my basement. So there's a reference in here to and then the Fox said, nothing, the Fox is dead. He's on Macklemore's head. Partially because the Fox is over at this point, and also partially because I didn't like it in the first place.
I'm testing this mic just to make it sound nice and talk into a computer, and I can't freestyle at all, so that's basically as good as you're gonna get. Did not breathe. Not breathing, problem. Remember to breathe, children. Ooh yeah, cause I play now on my Android, eh? Clicking cows gives me the grains I need to plant more hay and spin my winnings into coins at a max of 5 per day to play slots for gold drops and top spots in my friend's praise. It's basically slave labor, but it's free to play. Man, what happened to video games while we were away? I'll try and bring a little more energy to it.
Yeah. Don't forget, we rip shows down.
We do rip shows down.
We rip shows down.
We rip shows down. We rip shows down.
Puff Daddy on Making the Band 2 was talking with someone from MTV about his performance at the MTV Music Awards, and to try and convince them to give him like a 10-minute long spot as the final act. His whole method of convincing the MTV producer to give him that time was just shouting into the phone, "We rip shows down! We rip shows down! We rip shows down! We rip shows down!
We rip shows down. We rip shows down. We rip shows down.
Whoa.
Huh. Ironically, it turns out that our song is 4 minutes and 20 seconds long.
Coincidentally, I believe.
Coincidentally? Something.
It'd be ironic if we were actually high when we wrote it.
I had thought that
Actually, that wouldn't even be ironic.
A coincidence would be a conflation of circumstances.
Jer, admit it. You're crazy for the hootie back. He's a weed fiend.
We are right near where Taco Justice is. I have no idea what the actual building is though, but we're shooting an outdoor scene next to all the graffiti. You can see all the graffiti out here. But of course, we had to contend with some rain earlier, and we have a hole in the clouds. The lights are all set up. I think it's gonna be a pretty good night.
We're back, 64 on the speed. Nobody screams, who cares where we've been? We're back now to kill it in 2013.
We are now in Epic Games and More, just down the road from the Moonbase actually, and they were super okay with us filming in here, which is great because the place looks amazing. So this is gonna be perfect. It was one of the most painless, hey, can we shoot in your place pitches we've ever had.
There's a song that Kendrick Lamar did a verse in called Control by Big Sean. And in it he calls out like a whole bunch of other up-and-coming rappers and basically says he is going to kill them. And so there's a section of the Commodore verse where it goes in and more or less mentions every major PC manufacturer of today and says that it is going to cut their power, because that seemed appropriate. It seemed nice to be able to have a call out in our song without actually having to call out anyone who might hurt us.
the thrift shop is where they're gonna find you on deep discount clearance by the weekend.
Coverage there.
Click, clack, get back, we're on the attack. We got years worth of slack, and we're picking it up on this track. We're smacked, overstocked on an ass whipping, so everyone please form the queue.
Unfortunately, my rhymes are so fast that I can't get up back on track if I lose my place ever when lip syncing. So Graham has volunteered. Well, Graham and Beej and many other people have been volunteering all day to teleprompt both myself and Graham and keep us on track throughout our lip syncing, which has resulted in sensual cuddling.
It was
Yes,
really
I'm
sensual. Send your fan fictions to squirrel get off my ass at loadingreadyrun.com.
Jesus.
This place looks so cool on Fisheye.
Is this move better?
Yes.
Wait, does this make me look more gangster?
Oh, you're a fly girl.
That's a pretty gangster dance.
Okay, I'm done.
I think I saw 50 Cent do that once.
Since we had some questions about the post-production for 2013, we thought we'd give you another little look into the editing process. The way that we shot this was we did basically a bunch of different setups. You know, standing at the wall close up, standing at the wall with a fisheye, standing at this part of the game shop, standing at this part of the game shop. And we would do the song all the way through at least once, often twice, because we would mess up in each of those locations, and then bring it onto the computer here. And then so what we ended up with was the angles. Let me show you all the different angles.
Please form a queue, don't gotta prove it to you, we just do it, don't screw with us or our crew, let's get to it.
Each different angle all synchronized. And then we can go through and I can choose which angle I pick for what's going to be the main display. And then for all the shots of the Commodore, I went through in After Effects and synced everything up to the dialogue of the Commodore and then motion tracked it onto the screen. The original shot for this is just Jer and I sitting there, just standing there holding the screen for a few minutes. Some people were asking for these shots. This is not a body rig. We cannot, well, we could probably afford a body rig, but we can't validate the purchase of a body rig. Literally what this is the camera with the fisheye lens on it on the tripod, and we're just sort of holding the tripod like this and kind of resting it against our hips and just walking around like that, and works pretty well. Rippity rap on down to Dave's Discount Rapsmanship.